Now, of course, we have our expenses that we need to put in. And so with our checking book handy, we've got, let's see here, on 3/6. Usually I try and get these in between the deposits so that it looks like it's coming out at the right time. We've got the City of Shiner, and expenses go in the checking account out, and so that's 128.19. And then of course over here our next one is again, well, we've got two more at 3/6, so we'll just go ahead and put those in. And then another one at 3/17. And so we've got generic conferencing, AT&T, generic conferencing. Now you can change those, like I said in the last video, and then AT&T. And go ahead and put your numbers in for those. And so that's 23.74 and 79.38. And our last expense, I believe our last expense, now we've got one more after that. Second to the last expense is for the expenses for the circuit overseer. So we can go right down here to the bottom and do circuit overseer expense. And this is a little wonky, so it does that, but we're going to have to change that to an E. One E. I have to fix that in a later update. And then circuit overseer's expenses was 61.10. I believe that's the only one that'll do that to you like that. I need to find out why it's doing that. So then the last expense is on 3/21, and that was again AT&T, when they like to get you twice in a month so that you don't get that nice late charge. And then this one is 73.13. Alright, so now you've got all of your expenses. If you scroll on down, that's all you have to do. Usually I would put in another one at 3/31 and do the to the branch and write all that out, but I've included that in the sheet so you don't have to do that. So you just scroll on down, and notice it totals all of your stuff, so you don't have to do anything unless you've got a resolution for the Kingdom Hall construction or worldwide work. Now for the Kingdom Hall assistance arrangement and the traveling overseers arrangement, you'll need to know how much it was that you said that you were going to send, unless you send it all in one big gulp, but we don't. We send ours each month. And let's see. And actually, you know what? I'm in the wrong book. I'm in April, and I should have been in March. Okay, well, I guess we'll fix that later. Anyways, so the traveling overseer assistance arrangement is 22.17, and then the Kingdom Hall assistant arrangement is 28.50. So 22.17. So we've got 22.17 and 28.50 for that. I'm going to double check just to make sure. 22.17, 28.50. Alright, so that's right. And then of course the Kingdom Hall loan payment. Our loan payment is $570, and that pretty much completes that part of it as well. Alright, so now you just have to go through. You want to make sure that this number right here equals what's in your checking book, because that's going to be the total funds at the end of the month. And if you notice, it also puts it up here too on the congregation account to let you know how much you've got left in your checking account. And then you'll go down to the Kingdom Hall or the congregation financial report. This is already done, so then all you have to do is put in your expenditures. And so basically that's double entering your expenses. So we've got City of Shiner, we've got generic conferencing, then we've got AT&T, circuit overseers expenses, AT&T, and Then we've got one for the traveling overseers assistance arrangement, so that would be right here. We've got one for the Kingdom Hall assistance arrangement, and we have one for the Kingdom Hall loan payment. Now, if you notice, your Kingdom Hall loan payment has to be in your expenditures, otherwise your accounts will be off. And so we just type in the numbers over here, 128.19. Maybe in a future one I'll have it so that it does all this for you, but for right now you just have to put that in, which is not too bad. It does most of it for you. 79.38, 61.10, 73.13, and then the what was it? 22.17 and 28.50. 22.17 and 28.50, and 5.70 for the Kingdom Hall. So that bottom here, congregation fund at the end of the month, 31.70.07 should match what you've got up here. So if you've done a good job on your math and your, well, not necessarily your math, but your typing skills, then it should come out all right. And so then you can just scroll down here. You want to put in your congregation servant name or your account servant name. And then you want to scroll down. This is all filled out for you nice and pretty. Hold up, don't go too far. And we put our lowercase x in congregation. And then keep on scrolling down. And of course we're going to put our transaction date as 3/31/2013. And the time is 4:46 p.m. And then you'll get your confirmation number off the website, put that in, and then you can print all this off. So you're not going to do anything with funds on deposit unless you've got some of those. So you want to put your names back in here again, and then your secretary. And that is pretty much it. It's all done. So when you get all this, then of course, like I said, you go to the website, you put in the amount, put your confirmation number in here, you print it. Now there's two different ways you can print it. If you've got a printer that does double-sided, then you can just do double-sided and print the whole thing off, and you've got 5 sheets. And I usually make a second copy of this part with the congregation accounts. It's too far. With the announcement. That way I can give that to the brother. Then he can give it back to the congregation coordinator. And then they can put it on the board, and you don't have to worry about getting your copy back if somebody trashes it. And then, of course, you'll want to bring that last sheet to the secretary, let him sign that, and then bring it back, and then staple the print off from the website with that one and put that in your accounts. So that should be everything. If anybody needs any extra information or extra features, then just email me, let me know. Or if you need another video, let me know about that too. As for now, that should be everything. Thank you, brothers.